Hey guys, welcome to our first Crypto Weekly News Recap, where I'm going to be going over some news articles that are worthy of being shared to you, because there's a lot of news articles out there that can be fun news, weird news, or just price analysis. But here's a couple of news articles that happened throughout the week. So here we go. First up, first article of the week is the Norwegian Bitcoin mine that uses green energy and dries wood as a byproduct. So yeah, this was a great article that happened this week. Not like usually crypto, a hot topic is it bad for the environment? Well, it doesn't have to be. Norway is using Bitcoin mines, basically green energy, to be able to mine the coins, and they're using byproduct to dry wood as they go on. So this was a cool article that was gone through. Let's see, they're 100% green energy already, but that's not all. With the heat that operations produces, Crypto Vault dries wood for the community. Despite the snow, it will take a few days for the logs to be dried out, after which local lumberjack, grateful for the free services, will take them away for sale. So yeah, this was a nice article out there, just showing that the use case of Bitcoin mining doesn't have to be impact on the energy. We can go green, mine Bitcoin, and also use byproducts to dry wood. What's next? Drying seaweed? That's really big in the Japan culture. But yeah, so there's so many options and opportunities when it comes to mining cryptocurrency. So very nice. Another article that happened this week that was pretty good is crypto miners exempt from IRS reporting rules, says the U.S. Treasury. That was affirmed. So yeah, the U.S. Treasury affirmed that crypto miners and wallet operators are exempt from the IRS reporting rules, preparing appropriate regulations. As we see here, we got like a little coin token looking at all the laws, like, oh no, what's the laws restrictions? But again, this was brought to you in a tweet by Senator Robin Portman. He tweeted out, appreciate the Treasury Department affirming that crypto miners, stakers, and those who sell hardware and software for wallets are not subject to tax report obligations. As I have said from the start, the requirement only applies to the brokers. So most people out there who are mining cryptocurrencies aren't a broker. So this is really, really good news. This was in the letter. The Treasury Assistant Secretary for Legislative Affairs, Jonathan Davison, said that the department's position is the ancillary parties who cannot get access to information that is useful to the IRS and are not intended to be captured by reporting requirements for brokers. Davison also emphasized crypto validators are not likely to know whether a transcript is part of a sale, while entities involved in offering services related to hardware or software crypto wallets are not carrying out broker activities. So the Treasury will also consider the extent to which other parties in the digital asset market, such as centralized exchanges and those often described as decentralized exchanges and peer-to-peer exchanges, should be treated as brokers, the letter notes. So yeah, pretty cool. I thought this was some pretty great news that happened in the week. Very nice, because hey, yeah, reporting rules for IRS, so this could help a lot of people out there. And then let's see, what else moving on? What else has been happening in the crypto world? Trudeau says he'll freeze bank accounts, and crypto fans points at Bitcoin. Yeah, a lot of stuff's been happening in Canada lately, and it's just been proving the need for cryptocurrencies and blockchain technology. Because yeah, so Canada's Prime Minister Justin Trudeau has invoked the Emergencies Act and threatened to bar truckers protesting against mandates from the traditional financial system. In response, the crypto community has slammed the government's moves. So yeah, so Canada's Prime Minister Justin Trudeau invoked the Emergencies Act, and under the act, the government can now censor payments and freeze citizens' bank accounts without going through the court system. So, so if you have a crypto wallet, like, what are they going to shut down? They don't have your seed phrases or pass keys. So yeah, this is why crypto solves this issue. And crypto's unbanking the bank. We see it all over the world, not just in one stand. That's the beauty of cryptocurrency. It's not just limited to one country. It's a worldly thing. And most countries out there can't even bank their people. But here comes cryptocurrency and wallets, which aren't affected by governments and outside sources. So very, very cool that how Bitcoin can solve this issue. Like, there was also an article last week, I didn't bring it up here, where the, GoFundMe withdrew like $9 million for these truckers. And right after they did that, somebody set up a fund in Bitcoin. And yeah, basically the truckers got their money back, but it was not touched by governments at all, because it was run by a smart contract on the certain blockchain. I gotta look that up, which one it was. But yeah, so that's this article on what happened this week with Canada freezing banks and how crypto can solve that issue. Because yeah, if you have your own wallet and non-custodial wallet, you're safe from all of this. Moving on, what else we got? three more articles that happened this week. SEC hits BlockFi with a $100 million penalty and gives 60 days to comply with the 1940 law. Yep, this penalty comes after months of heightened regulatory attention to crypto lending platforms. Yeah, I love these artworks when it comes to all these crypto news articles. You got a little coin there saying, please, officer, don't give me that ticket. But yep, on February 14th, the Securities and Exchange Commission, or SEC, announced actions against crypto lending company BlockFi over its failure to register high-yield interest accounts that the agency deems to be securities. New Jersey-based BlockFi will pay $50 million in the settlement to the SEC and another $50 million to 32 U.S. states that brought similar charges. These are some of the heaviest penalties ever imposed by a U.S. federal regulator and on a cryptocurrency server provided. The firm also agreed to stop onboarding new customers to unregistered service BlockFi interest accounts and attempt to bring it into compliance with the Investment Company Act of 1940 within the next 60 days. So yeah, the SEC really played their cards right, because now they can go after any exchange if they want to. And so here's $100 million there, there's $100 million there. And who are these centralized exchanges out there? They can be, well, let's see, this is BlockFi, there's Bitrue out there, there's KuCoin, there's Kraken, there's Coinbase, there's Crypto.com. SEC can go after every one of them if they so choose. But hey, so that's what happened here in this article. So yeah, $100 million, it's a lot of a penalty. So let's see if any other exchanges out there will fall under the similar fate. Yeah, will fall victim to the similar fate of BlockFi. And in yesterday's news, if you missed it, Illinois lawmakers want to attract Bitcoin miners to the state with data center tax incentives. So yeah, Illinois is trying to get in the data center game and want to bring all the miners because they understand where Bitcoin is going in the future. They can't control it, so might as well start mining it and bring it into our state to help our state out. But yeah, the legislation is moving through the Illinois General Assembly and would, if approved, extend the data center tax incentive program to cryptocurrency miners. The Illinois Senate Bill 3643 was first filed in mid-January by Republican State Senate Sue Rezin, and this week picked up a co-sponsorship from Senator Julie Morrison, Democrat, according to the public records. The tax incentive program cited in this bill has existed since 2019, according to a report from mid-2020 prepared by the Illinois Department of Commerce. Tax incentives worth more than $160 million have been extended to 6 data center operations, and the report cited that the creation of 120 jobs and $1.6 billion worth of investments. So yeah, so this is creating jobs and incentives for people to come over. But again, before you even start doing that, this is great news and all. You got to take a look at the state itself. What are their taxes like already? Are they already pretty high? Are they low? Is this really beneficial? You just got to do your research on it. But this was a cool article that they finally came to agreement. Yeah, because it was introduced by a Republican, and then now a Democrat was able to come on board with it. So that may be the trick. Let's get both sides working with crypto adoption, and yeah, so pretty cool. And lastly, speaking of adoption, Ukraine legalizes Bitcoin as tensions with Russia persist. Yes, Bitcoin gets a huge boost as Ukraine votes to pass a framework legalizing cryptocurrency in the country. The Ukraine has now legalized Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies after the country's parliament approved a final reading of the Law on Virtual Assets bill. The law will provide a legal framework overseen by the National Securities Commission, NSC, covering all aspects to do with investing in this asset class. The Deputy Prime Minister and Minister of Digital Transformation, Mikhail Fedorov, said the new law would open up business opportunities in Ukraine, which fears an international move to diversify from its traditional mining and agricultural industries. So yeah, the global authorities have largely dragged their feet on the implementation of legal crypto framework. The matter becomes further confused with talk of central bank digital currencies and how they might operate alongside private offerings. Nonetheless, Ukraine passing of the law on virtual assets represents a massive coup for the crypto sector, representing a step in the right direction as far as digital asset and acceptance is concerned. So yeah, we're going to see a lot more of this happen. This all started really last year. If you look back, when El Salvador announced they were going to make Bitcoin legal tender, and then September just rolled around, they became it. They were able to bank literally 40 million or all of their citizens within 30 days versus the 30 years it took them to set them up with normal bank accounts in the traditional system. So we're going to start seeing this again a lot more. Ukraine, definitely the Asia regions. South Africa, that's definitely a good one too, and then more South America as well. The one we gotta just keep waiting on is the U.S. Really, the U.S. is taking quite a bit of time, but we're in the works of it, as we saw with the Illinois lawmakers. So yeah, that is our weekly news recap. You can catch this on our Patreon account, and then we'll also go live later on. So yeah, expect that with our new segment here at Crypto World. We're going to be giving you those weekly crypto news as stories. You'll be able to catch them every Sunday, and if you want early access, we'll be on Patreon. So as I get that all set up, prepare for the early access to be next Friday for the news recap, and then it will be released publicly on Sunday. So guys, thank you so much for tuning in. If you like this content, please give it a thumbs up, share it out there, help educate the world on cryptocurrencies, and don't forget to stop by Crypto World if you're in the St. Charles, Missouri area. We'd love to see you. So see you next time, guys.